Tenses. Definition. Tense is a verb-based method that indicates the time and also the continuity or completion of an action or situation with regard to the time of speaking. Time and aspect are two properties of a tense. Forms of tenses. There are three forms of tenses based on time: the present, the past, and the future tense. The present tense conveys what is happening now at present. The past tense conveys what happened before now in the past. The future tense conveys what will happen after now in the future. Aspect. Aspects tells us about the state, continuity or completion of an action or situation. The two aspects are 1. Progressive or continuous, and 2. Perfective. How are verbs formed? Time and aspect combine to form verbs. There are 12 basic verb forms or tenses in English language. The table explains the formation of verbs or tenses using the time and aspect properties. Let's begin with the present tense. Simple present. Subject plus root form of verb. I play. Present progressive or continuous. Subject plus am or is or are plus root form of verb plus ing. I am playing. Present perfect. Subject plus have plus root form of verb plus ed. I have played. Present perfect continuous. Subject plus have been plus root form of verb plus ing. I have been playing. Examples of past tense. Simple past. Subject plus root form of verb. I played. Past progressive or continuous. Subject plus was or were plus root form of verb plus ing. I was playing. Past perfect. Subject plus had root form of verb plus ed. I had played. Past perfect continuous. Subject plus had been plus root form of verb plus ing. I had been playing. Examples of future tense. Simple future. Subject plus shall or will plus root form of verb. I shall play. Future progressive or continuous. Subject plus shall or will plus be plus root form of verb plus ing. I shall be playing. Future perfect. Subject plus shall or will plus have plus root form of verb plus ed. I shall have played. Future perfect continuous. Subject plus shall or will plus have been plus root form of verb plus ing. I shall have been playing. Formation of verbs or tenses using time and aspect. Present simple, I do.
I love birds. Do you visit a bird sanctuary sometimes? Yes, I visit a bird sanctuary every year. What do you see there? A variety of birds migrate to the sanctuary from different parts of the world between October and January. That's interesting. Migratory birds fly long distances to reach their destinations. Siberian cranes make the longest migration among the birds visiting India, I believe. Yes, they also nest and breed here. I like flamingos the most. Now let's hurry. The guide arrives at 7:30 a.m.
In this dialogues between two friends, The verb is used in the present simple tense. Here are some examples of sentences with verbs in present simple tense. I love birds. Present simple. Do you visit a bird sanctuary sometimes? Present simple interrogative. Yes, I visit a bird sanctuary every year. Present simple affirmative. What do you see there? Starter verb. A variety of birds migrate to the sanctuary from different parts of the world between October and January. Permanent situation, routine. Migratory birds fly long distances to reach their destinations. Universal truth. Siberian cranes make the longest migration among the birds visiting India, I believe. Universal truth, starter verb. Yes, they also nest and breed here. Present simple. I like flamingos the most. Present simple. Now let's hurry. The guide arrives at 7:30 a.m. Timetable or future arrangements. Definition. The simple present tense or form of verb is used to express actions happening right now in the present. They can be routine or habit or preference, permanent situations, universal truths, timetables, or usage of starter verbs. Example: love, like, need, see, know, understand, want, etc. Subject plus verb, present form. Let us look at a few sentences. I take a bath daily. I do not speak French in India. Rama practices Bharatnatyam every day. Hari speaks truth always. Mammals do not lay eggs. Rivers merge into the ocean. The local train arrives at 8 p.m. I see a rainbow in the sky. Here are few more sentences with verbs in simple present tense. We get bonus every year. The little boy watches everything with amazement. The flight to Singapore takes off at night. The shark live in oceans. Meenal lives on the 6th floor. Present continuous. I'm doing. Hello Dhruv, I'm posting a message to Ria.
Why are you messaging?
I'm planning to visit her in the evening.
Does Ria stay in the university area?
Yes, she's living there as a paying guest. Are you coming along with me?
No, I'm not joining you. But can I talk to her?
Yes, I have dialed her number. Her phone is ringing.
Looks like she's not taking the call.
Perhaps she's attending her classes.
Okay, I'm winding up for now. I shall speak to her later. Bye.
Bye.
In this conversation, Dhruv and Aisha have used verbs for actions happening at the time of speaking, for what might continue for a longer duration, or what might happen in the near future. The verbs are also used to convey facts, to ask questions, or to answer in negative. Let us understand the present continuous tense in the following sentences. Hello Dhruv, I'm posting a message to Ria. Present continuous positive. Why are you messaging? Present continuous interrogative. I'm planning to visit her in the evening. Present continuous positive. Yes, she's living there as a paying guest. Present continuous positive. Are you coming along with me? Present continuous interrogative. No, I'm not joining you, but can I talk to her? Present continuous negative. Yes, I have dialed her number. Her phone is ringing. Present continuous positive. Looks like she's not taking the call. Present continuous negative. She's attending her classes. Present continuous positive. Okay, I'm winding up for now. Present continuous positive. Definition. In the present continuous tense, the verb expresses an action that is going on at the time of speaking. It also describes actions that will happen in the near future, or the situation will continue for a longer duration. The verbs are also used to convey facts, to ask questions, or to answer in negative. The sentence format. In present continuous positive is subject plus auxiliary verb, am or is or are, plus verb plus ing plus object. In the present continuous negative is subject plus auxiliary verb, am or is or are, plus not plus verb plus ing plus object. In the present continuous interrogative is WH question word plus auxiliary verb am, is or are plus you plus verb plus ing plus object. Let us look at these sentences. I'm learning Russian nowadays. Vanita is partying tonight. The waiter is serving dinner at the restaurant. The flag is flying high. The baby is not drinking milk at all. Why are you laughing? In the first sentence, am learning is present continuous tense as it describes a process that is continuing since some days. In the second sentence, is partying is present continuous tense which describes an event which is to take place in the near future. In the third sentence, is serving is present continuous tense as it describes the act of serving going on at the time of speaking. In the fourth sentence, is flying is present continuous tense which describes the continuous act of the flag flying. In the fifth sentence, is not drinking is a negative present continuous tense. The sixth sentence is in the present continuous laughing tense in a question form. Here are a few more examples of sentences with verbs in present continuous tense. It is drizzling outside. The peacock is dancing. I'm meeting my friends at dinner tomorrow. The monk is not visiting the monastery these days. Is Aryan attending the function? Present perfect I have done.
Hi Karthik, I have joined Maria's art classes. I have known Maria since 1998. She has trained her students very well. Have you brought an art kit? No, I have not bought any art kit. I have only purchased some paint brushes and a palette. Nina has given me some spare color tubes. You can use them. Nina has paid for them. I shall pay her. She has used a little from each one. You need not pay her. It's 8 o'clock. My class has begun. I must rush. Bye. Bye.
In the conversation, Chris and Karthik have used verbs which convey actions that happened in the indefinite past. Actions that happened in the indefinite past, but they continue till the present time, and actions that have just completed. Here are examples of verbs showing present perfect tense in the conversation. I have joined Maria's art classes. Present perfect positive. I have known Maria since 1998. Present perfect positive. She has trained her students very well. Present perfect positive. Have you bought an art kit? Present perfect interrogative. No, I have not bought any art kit. Present perfect negative. I have only purchased some paint brushes and a palette. Present perfect positive. Nina has given me some spare colored tubes. Present perfect positive. Nina has paid for them. Present perfect positive. She has used a little from each one. Present perfect positive. My class has begun. Present perfect positive. Definition. In the present perfect tense, the verb speaks about actions that happened in the indefinite past, actions that happened in the indefinite past but they continue till the present time, and actions that have just completed. The sentence format. The present perfect positive is subject plus have or has to main verb or past participle form. In the present perfect negative is subject plus has or have plus not plus main verb in past participle. In the present perfect interrogative is has plus have plus subject plus main verb in the past participle. Let us look at a few sentences. Amit has sold his car. Indefinite past. Jaya has acted in a number of films. Indefinite past and continues. The bomb has exploded. An action just completed. I have not read the book yet. Present perfect negative. Have you bought your toys? Present perfect interrogative. In the first sentence, has sold is present perfect tense, which conveys an action that happened in indefinite past or at an unspecified time. In the second sentence, has acted is present perfect tense, which conveys an action that began in an indefinite past and still continues. In the third sentence, has exploded is present perfect tense, which conveys an action just completed. In the fourth sentence, have not read is present perfect negative, as it conveys that the act is incomplete at present. In the fifth sentence, have bought is present perfect interrogative, as it questions if the act is completed at the moment. Here are a few more examples of verbs in present perfect tense. I have forgotten his name. The author has autographed his book. I have owned a cottage in the hills since 2010. Aryan has broken the jar. Past simple. I did.
Hello, Meera. I visited the theatre yesterday. Did you like it? Yes, I liked the way the artists delivered their dialogues. Did they wear proper costumes? Yes, they wore clothes according to the characters they played. What era did their play belong to? It belonged to the Shakespearean era. Akash criticized their sound system. Even I did not like it. The jarring music hit the ears at times. Did you ever participate in a play? I used to participate in plays in my school days. I might try it someday now.
In this conversation, Megha and Meera are talking about actions that happened in the past and they are not continuing at the moment. Let us understand the past simple tense in the following sentences. I visited the theatre yesterday. Simple past positive. Did you like it? Simple past interrogative. I liked the way the artists delivered their dialogues. Simple past positive. Did they wear proper costumes? Simple past interrogative. Yes, they wore clothes according to the characters they played. Simple past positive. What era did the play belong to? Simple past interrogative. It belonged to the Shakespearean era. Simple past positive. Akash criticized their sound system. Simple past positive. Even I did not like it. The jarring music hits the ears at times. Simple past positive, irregular verb. Did you ever participate in a play? Simple past interrogative. I used to participate in plays in my school days. Simple past positive. Definition. Simple past is a verb form that is used to convey actions that began and ended in the past or in a time period that finished in the past. They can also be events or habits that happened regularly or often in the past but are not continuing till this moment. The format of 1. Simple past positive statements is subject plus verb plus D or ED or V2 for irregular verbs plus object. 2. Simple past negative statements is subject plus did plus not plus root form of verb plus object. 3. Simple past interrogative is did plus subject plus root form of verb plus object. Let us look at these sentences. 1. The monkey jumped from the tree. 2. I posted a letter yesterday. 3. David worked in a factory for some time. 4. Meeta used to cook a lot in India. 5. Did the florist deliver the flowers? 6. Amita did not purchase any book. In the first sentence, jumped is a simple past tense, as it describes an action completed in the past. In the second sentence, posted is simple past tense, which describes an event which completed yesterday, a day which is over. In the third sentence, worked is simple past tense, which conveys an act that happened regularly in the past. In the fourth sentence, used to cook is simple tense, which describes an old habit that does not continue now. In the fifth sentence, did the florist deliver conveys a simple past question. In the sixth sentence, did not purchase conveys a simple past negative statement. Here are a few more examples of sentences with verbs in simple past tense. I fixed the broken chair. Tanya read the poems yesterday. Reem fell off a tree. Molly studied law for 5 years. Did Abhay reach in time? Ali did not study in a school. Past continuous. I was doing.
I was cleaning my lawn yesterday when I saw you. You were going to the library, I guess.
I was not going to the library. I was going to the beach.
Did you enjoy your time there?
Yes, the sun was shining bright. The waves were hitting the shore.
Oh, tell me more.
The children were making sand castles. They were decorating the castles with shells.
Were the children swimming?
No, the grown-ups were swimming. Some were lazing on the sand.
When did you leave the beach?
I was sipping my lemonade when a huge wave drenched me. It forced me to come back home.
In the dialogues, the friends have used verbs in the past continuous form. Past continuous tense uses verbs in progressive form. It conveys an action or state that continued for some time in the past or an action that was taking place and another action happened simultaneously. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in past continuous tense in the conversation. I was cleaning my lawn yesterday when I saw you. Past continuous positive. You were going to the library, I guess. Past continuous positive. I was not going to the library. past continuous negative. I was going to the beach. Past continuous positive. The sun was shining bright. The waves were hitting the shore. Past continuous positive. The children were making sand castles. Past continuous positive. They were decorating the castles with shells. Past continuous positive. Were the children swimming? Past continuous interrogative. The grown-ups were swimming. Some were lazing on the sand. Past continuous positive. I was sipping my lemonade when a huge wave drenched me. Past continuous positive. Definition. Past continuous tense uses verbs in progressive form. It conveys an action or state that continued for some time in the past, or an action that was taking place and another action happened simultaneously. The sentence format for past continuous positive is subject plus auxiliary verb was or were plus root form of verb plus ing plus object. The sentence format for past continuous negative is subject plus auxiliary verb was or were plus not plus verb plus ing plus object. The sentence format for past continuous interrogative is auxiliary verb was or were plus subject plus verb plus ing. Let us look at a few sentences. The sun was shining after the rains. The teacher was not teaching her students. The plane was flying over Manila at that time. I was reading when the lights went off. Was the singer singing when the stage collapsed? Khushi was practicing judo from 6 to 7 in the morning. In the first sentence, was shining is past continuous tense, which speaks about an action that was going on in the past. In the second sentence, was not teaching is past continuous tense, which conveys the act of teaching going on in the past. In the third sentence, was flying is in the past continuous form. It conveys the act of flying going on in the past. In the fourth sentence, was reading is a past continuous tense, which conveys that while the act of reading was going on in the past, another action happened simultaneously. In the fifth sentence, was singing is a past continuous tense, which conveys that while the act was going on in the past, another action happened simultaneously. In the sixth sentence, was practicing is a past continuous tense, which conveys that the act was going in a specific time period in the past. Here are few more examples of sentences with verbs in past continuous tense. The farmers were sowing the seeds. Roses were not blooming in the summer season. I was dropping the letter when the mail van arrived. Was Jason cooking when his mother came home? Present perfect continuous. I have been doing. I have been waiting for the bus since 8 in the morning.
Yes, you have been sitting here since past 2 hours.
Have you been facing such delays always?
No, we have not been facing such delays frequently.
I have been visiting this place and nearby areas frequently.
What brings you here?
I have been painting the surrounding landscape and the villages for a long time now.
Have they been receptive to the idea of acting as a model?
Oh yes, they have been modeling for me since past 5 years without a fuss.
In the dialogues between two friends, the verb is used in the present perfect continuous tense. Here are some examples of sentences with verbs in present perfect continuous tense. I have been waiting for the bus since 8 in the morning. Yes, you have been sitting here since past 2 hours. Have you been observing me? I have been visiting this place and nearby areas frequently. I have been painting the surrounding landscape and the villagers for a long time now. Have they been acting as a model willingly? Oh yes, they have been modeling for me since past 5 years without a fuss. Definition: the present perfect continuous tense, also called the present perfect progressive tense, is used to convey that something started in the past and is continuing up to the present time. The sentence format in present perfect continuous or positive is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. In the present perfect continuous, negative is subject plus has or have plus not been plus verb plus ing. In present perfect continuous, interrogative is has or have plus subject plus been plus verb plus ing. Let us look at some sentences. Richa has been dancing since last night. The artist has been painting the wall since last month. The bird has been singing since the crack of dawn. Mohit has not been eating eggs for 2 months now. Has Jaya been attending the history classes? In the first sentence, has been dancing is a present perfect continuous tense as the act was started in the past and still going on. In the second sentence, has been painting is a present perfect continuous tense as the act started a month ago is still continuing. In the third sentence, has been singing is in the present perfect continuous tense as the bird is singing since dawn and continues to do so. In the fourth sentence, has not been eating is in the present perfect continuous negative form as Mohit stopped eating eggs 2 months ago and is still not eating eggs. The fifth sentence is present perfect continuous as it questions if Jaya is still continuing to attend the classes. Here are few more sentences with verbs in present perfect continuous tense. The child has been sleeping for almost an hour now. Jim has been hunting wild animals since late 1990s. The truck has been emitting harmful fumes for long now. Aryan has not been working hard enough to pass. Have the guards been shifting their post to the next block? Past perfect tense. I had done. I had sent a message to you, but I received it a bit late. We had left for Delhi before you called up. Had you received my message in time, we would have met the same day. Had you planned something interesting? Yes, I had bought tickets for India's oldest aquarium at Marine Drive. My sister said that she had visited this museum before. I remember she had attended a seminar at the museum a year ago. How I wish I had not missed the opportunity then. Never mind, we'll plan a trip soon in near future. Bye. In the dialogues between Harsha and Simi have used the verbs in the past perfect tense. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in past perfect tense. I had sent a message to you. Past perfect positive. We had left for Delhi before you called up. Action completed before another action took place in the past. Had you received my message in time, we would have met earlier. Condition. Had you planned something interesting? Past perfect interrogative. Yes, I had bought tickets for India's oldest aquarium at Marine Drive. past perfect positive. My sister said that she had visited this museum before. Past perfect positive, reported speech.
I remember she had attended a seminar at the museum a year ago.
Past perfect positive. How I wish I had not missed the opportunity then. Wish, past perfect negative. Definition. A verb in past perfect tense indicates 1. An action or event that started and ended in the past. 2. An action that completed before another action took place in the past. 3. It is also used to convey wishes, conditions, or in a reported speech. The sentence format for past perfect positive is subject plus auxiliary verb had plus past participle verb in third form plus object. The sentence format for past perfect negative is subject plus auxiliary verb had plus not plus past participle verb in third form plus object. The sentence format for past perfect interrogative is auxiliary verb had plus subject plus past participle verb in third form plus object. Let us look at these sentences in past perfect tense. Mithali had read many books. The cat had lapped up the milk before her mistress arrived. Abhay had won the trophy 2 years ago. How I wish I had gone for the picnic with my friends yesterday. Priyam said that she had submitted her reports in time. I had not played cricket before. Had you taken an off last week? Here are a few more sentences with verbs in the past perfect tense. Savita had a gold necklace. Samir had reached home before the dinner was cooked. Jane had purchased that house much before the 90s. If I had woken up earlier, I would have prepared tea for my mother. I had not eaten my dinner before 8 o'clock. Had your father written a letter to the principal? Past perfect continuous tense. I had been doing. I had been teaching chemistry for 10 years in New York.
Mr. Sharma had been coaching us chemistry before you joined our school.
Sajag, had you been experimenting in the chemistry lab yesterday?
Yes, I had been doing some CO2 related experiments.
Samir failed in chemistry because he had been studying only the theory.
He had not been attending the lab experiments regularly.
I had been warning him often, but he did not listen to me.
Some students have been giving excuses for skipping lab experiments.
That's a bad habit. Now let's get on with our next lesson. The conversation between the teacher and students has taken place in the past perfect continuous tense. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in past perfect continuous tense. I had been teaching chemistry for 10 years in New York. Mr. Sharma had been coaching us chemistry before you joined our school. Sajag, had you been experimenting in the chemistry lab yesterday? Yes, I had been doing some COT-related experiments. Samir failed in chemistry because he had been studying only the theory. He had not been attending the lab experiments regularly. I had been warning him often, but he did not listen to me. Some students have been giving excuses for skipping lab experiments. Definition. The past perfect continuous tense, also called the past progressive tense, conveys an action that started in the past and continued for some time in the past. It is also used to convey the cause of something. The sentence construction for past perfect continuous positive sentences is subject plus had been plus verb plus ing plus object. The sentence construction for past perfect continuous negative sentences is subject plus had not been plus verb plus ing plus object. The sentence construction for past perfect continuous interrogative sentences is had plus subject plus been plus verb plus ing plus object. Let us look at these sentences in past perfect continuous tense. I had been studying geography for 5 years when the offer came. Father had been reading the newspaper since 7 in the morning. Mahesh failed because he had been missing the classes often. Juhi had not been keeping well for more than 1 week. Had Mahesh been practicing yoga since 1 year? In the first sentence, had been studying is past perfect continuous as the act had started and ended in the past. In the second sentence, had been reading is past perfect continuous as the act began at specific time and continued for long. In the third sentence, had been missing is past perfect continuous positive telling the cause of a development. In the fourth sentence, had not been keeping is past perfect continuous negative as it conveys a condition that continued for some time in the past. In the fifth sentence, had been practicing is past perfect continuous interrogative as it questions if the action had been continuing for the given duration in the past. Here are a few more sentences with verbs in the past perfect continuous tense. The scientists had been researching for more than 5 years on the subject. The children had not been sleeping even at night. He had been lying about his education since the beginning. Aisha fell ill because she had been eating junk food always. Kapil said that he had not been attending his office since 5 months